up and then we're good, right?
Yeah. 1 second. Just loading.
All right, we're getting people joining, Joey.
All right, we're ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Front Row Seat. Thanks for joining us today for our second live interview. I'm Dylan Dems, and this is my co-host, Joey Schwartz. We're glad everyone can hang out with us, and we hope everyone is safe and healthy during this time. Before we get to our amazing guest tonight, we are very happy to partner with the Detroit Children's Fund. We really encourage everyone to make a donation to DCF. You can find the link on our website, www.frontrowseatlive.com. All proceeds will go directly to purchasing tablets or computers for the kids in the Detroit Public Schools.
We are so lucky to have former Michigan football star, former Big Ten MVP, Philadelphia Eagles defensive end, and Super Bowl champion Brandon Graham. Thank you. So,
What's up, man?
So we're so fortunate to have you here with us tonight. So rumor has it that you are in charge of the rookies on the Eagles, and this is our second interview. So we are rookies as well, so we should all get along.
Oh yeah. I'm loving it, man. I love the name. Front row seat.
Thank you. So how's your quarantine been going?
You know what? It's been going good. Just really only go out for like bike rides and just being out in the yard and then going out to get food. But other than that, we try to be creative in the house with like board games, shows. We let them watch their shows. We watch our shows, and the day is over. So we kind of repeat that, read a couple books, stuff like that.
I've seen on your Instagram that you've been working out at Bloomfield Hills High School.
Oh yeah. Been working out there. I try to, got to get that field work in, especially now with us not having OTAs during this time. So I try to make sure I do some of the drills that we would do around this time. So just trying to keep it up.
Well, we're glad that you're staying healthy. So let's get straight into the questions here.
All right. So you grew up in Detroit and attended Crockett Vocational Tech. Did you play any other sports besides football?
Yeah, I played basketball, ran track and field. I threw the discus in the shot put in track and field. And then, that's pretty much it. I ran track, played basketball, and then football kind of took over once I knew I was going to Michigan.
Yeah. So do you still have a lot of ties to Detroit?
Oh yeah, still got a lot of ties. I got my football camp that I throw every year. This would have been 6 years if we would have did it this year, but we're gonna cancel because of the pandemic right now. And so we just been fortunate to be able to give back, just during this time to the essentials, just giving them food during this time, just trying to find a place in this whole thing to try to help.
Yeah, it's great. So when you were at Crockett, how was the football team when you got there, and how is it when you left?
The football team was really good, and then it got we was good all the way through, but then we ended up losing our school, and they combined our school with another school.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, so our coach, I still follow my coaches, and they still have winning records and still have good players that they send to college. But it sucks because that's not the school that I know. It's some teachers there, but it's not everybody that that makes it feel like home.
Are the coaches still there, or?
Yeah, the coaches stayed together. Some teachers stayed together, but some of them just kind of scattered around after we lost the school.
Why did they combine?
Because they was trying to. I don't know what they was doing. I forgot it. I didn't even get to read up on all the stuff, but I know that they was trying to make bigger schools and and make some of the. They took some schools down like it was Finney High School and our school, and they turned it into a Catholic school.
Got it.
Yeah, or charter school, not Catholic, charter school. Sorry. But I think they wanted to have more charter schools. I think that was the case.
So as a junior in high school, you played the positions of linebacker, offensive guard, place kicker, and punter. How did you manage to do all that? Because I don't know many linebackers that also place kickers.
Hey, well, I wasn't that huge as far as I was like 225 during that time, so I was still kind of solid. So being able to kick the ball on kickoff and punt the ball, and then be one of the guys running down there trying to make the tackle because I'm my defensive instincts just kick in, and so it was a win-win because usually the punter is the last resort. I was sometimes the first person down there, so it's like, so for me, it was more so a defensive play for me.
Did you have a favorite position out of those four?
You know what? Middle linebacker was the best position. That's what I got recruited to Michigan for. But when I got to Michigan, they moved me to defensive end, and that was that was a great move by me too, because I was really pushing linebacker, but I got bigger, and so they was like, you'll be good here. And I fought against it at first, but then after that, I just kind of gave in and just did it. And man, that was kind of like the best decision.
So the next question was going to be, why did you decide to change positions from linebacker to defensive end? But I'm pretty sure you pretty much just covered it right there.
Oh yeah. It wasn't my choice, but with me being a part of like never really working out, like lifting weights as much as I did when I got to college, I kind of blew up and I got bigger, and then they moved me to defensive end, and so after I bought into it and was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, I ended up being pretty good at it. So I'm thankful to be able to switch positions.
Yeah. So after high school, you signed with the winningest college football team of all time, the Michigan Wolverines, with Coach Lloyd Carr. And I know that kids dream about playing football at Michigan. So when did they start scouting you, and what was the recruitment process like?
Well, they started scouting other players on our team that was ahead of me.
Yeah.
And his name was John Thompson. And so they would come and watch him. And so I used to play good during that time too. And so that's kind of like how I started getting my look. And by the end of my junior year, I got my first offer. And so that I took my first offer when Michigan came knocking at the door, because it's always been a dream, and just been enjoying that decision ever since, because my dad and me, we grew up Michigan fans. Mm-hmm. Well, he grew up Michigan fan, turned me into Michigan fan. And, as soon as they came knocking at the door, it was kind of like a no-brainer.
Yeah. So were any other schools trying to recruit you also?
Yeah, other schools was, so yeah, during the process, this is how, once they offered, all these offers just come out of nowhere, and everybody want a piece of you. And then my senior year, I went to the Nike camp at Michigan, so that just ramped it up even more. So people, were just, it was between them and Penn State that ended up in the end, trying to fight, against me. Even though I knew I was going to Michigan, Penn State was still there trying to get me to flip, and go to them.
Mm-hmm. So I know you went to play Michigan. When you went to play at Michigan for Lloyd Carr, he was the head coach. I think it was your sophomore year when Rich Rodriguez came in as the new head coach. How was that transition for you guys?
That transition, to go from more of an old school feel with Coach Carr to the new school, that's how I kind of, he's a younger, in tune with what's going on during this time, but Coach Carr was a storyteller, old school, this is the way we know, this is the way we do things around here type of, coach. And so it was a culture shock for a lot of people, because, some people came there for Coach Carr. And so to kind of switch how it is now, we got all this new stuff, which was cool. Change was good, but I felt like Rich Rod just never had his quarterback to be able to, help us, with his system. And then, he really wasn't a good fit as a head coach, because of, he wanted to bring more of a new school, and how Michigan is more traditional.
Yeah.
So you need a traditional type of guy, or somebody that's going to kind of follow the guidelines. And I felt Rich Rod, he helped me in a way of nutrition, but he kind of hurt, the experience of the traditional Michigan way.
Yeah. So during your 4 years at U of M, do you have a standout or most exciting game? Or
Yeah, it was the 500 game against Wisconsin. I had three sacks that game, and then we came back from 19-0 and beat them.
Wow.
27-19. That's what the end was. Yep.
So,
Or no, was it 25-27? They didn't get the 2-point conversion. We went OT. Yeah, we went OT there. Yeah.
Wow.
So obviously being drafted 13th overall in the NFL is incredible. Were you surprised it was the Eagles, and were you happy about it?
Yeah, I was surprised with the Eagles because they didn't really meet with me much at all. They met with me one time, and that was like 15 minutes, and they had me talk about the Iowa game that I played that year, my senior year. It was a really good game. That was a night game we played, but we lost by 2, I think. Or yeah, we lost by, I forgot, but we lost that night. And so I just met with them 15 minutes. And when they drafted me, it was a shocker for real because, like I said, they didn't never show any interest like some other teams. And so with that, and what was the second question? What was the second one?
Were you happy that you got
Oh, yeah. And I was happy. Man, going the first round, you're going to be happy.
Yeah.
No matter where you go. I was so hyped. Couldn't believe it. And, you fly out the next day. Soon as you get picked, then you go to the city and then you do all this press. You talk to the media, you meet your coaches, you talk to the staff that's working in the building, and then you go to all kind of different things, and then they fly you right back home. And then the next thing you come to is rookie minicamp, and that's just for a weekend. I end up having to leave because I was graduating that weekend when they had it. So I came for 1.5 days, and then I flew back to Michigan to graduate.
Were you at the draft, or was it like, were you at home when they picked you?
No, I was at home because I was at the Townsend actually, because I didn't want to be in the green room and not know if they was gonna get me on the first day because I just wanted to be with family and be comfortable. I didn't want to get embarrassed if that was what it was. Not even really embarrassed, but some people think they go in first round and then they don't go.
Yeah.
It sucked because you're still in the green room,
I liked it how they did it. I liked it how they did it this year.
I did. Yeah. That was nice. I mean, they really did a good job with the draft. And yeah, man, I just wanted to be home and just feeling love during that time.
Are you happy with the Eagles picks?
Oh yeah, I'm happy with him. I just can't wait to see him because usually you'll see right now.
Yeah.
Okay, he good. Okay, he all right. You start to be able to see what you have. So I guess I gotta wait till training camp to see all that. But I know, excuse me. But I know that they got some good picks. I like the Jalen Hurts pick, even though a lot of people, you need a number 2, a good number 2. And so they seen the opportunity and they went for it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So what was it like the first time you came back to Detroit to play against the Lions at Ford Field as an Eagle?
Well, that was the first sack I ever got. Not ever. The first sack of my career. So that was cool. That was like meant to be, and we won. So that was even better. But I got hurt that game. I hurt my shoulder, and I didn't end up coming back in the game. But I that was towards the end, and we ended up winning. And that was a good feeling. It was a really good feeling. A lot of people came to the game. That was my first time, so I bought everybody a ticket that I wanted to be there. So that was my first and only time that I buy that many tickets for one game. But I just felt like I owed that much, and so that's what I did. I splurged on that one so that people can come.
So in the locker room, you're in charge of the rookies and you act as like a mentor to them. What exactly is that job about?
Really, man, just going out there and showing them every day what I can do as far as going out there and letting them know why I played this long, because of my preparation every day, my regimen of what I do, on a day in, day out basis. And so really it's just leading by example. And then when you need to say something, or you see a time where you could say something, say it. You know, don't let it go, don't let it just go past without saying nothing, because that might be the time you might get somebody to make a better decision than what they gonna make. You know what I'm saying? You never know what type of influence you might have based off, a situation. So I always try to, if I see it, I try to police them, like, look, man, this ain't how we do stuff around here. You might want to do this, because I'm telling you, you'll have more success doing it like this. And I just try to talk to them in a way where they can receive the information.
Yeah. So I've never seen a backup QB win a Super Bowl. So how did you feel when Carson Wentz, your starting quarterback, got hurt in Week 14 in the Super Bowl championship season? Did you think the season was over then?
I didn't think it was over, but I was like, dang, Carson went down, and that sucked, and you kind of got to get out your own head at first, because I mean, everybody was thinking the same thing. Man, Carson went down. He got us to this point. We all got us to this point, but Carson is the quarterback, so that's the leader mostly on the team. And so when Nick Foles came, it was a little shaky in the beginning, but I knew that he knew the offense really good, and I knew he had different strengths than Carson. And so let's see how it kind of helps us. And so he's a good RPO type of guy, like, a run, pass, read. He know when how people throw those quick little outs, like the quick, like when as soon as they get the ball, they throw it straight to the sideline. He's really good at that. And so keeping the defense honest. And I think our coaches that we had that year played to his strengths because they all worked together really well that year. So that matters a lot. And so when Carson came in, when Nick came in, everybody was a little shaky at first, but we all believed in each other. So we just started encouraging and started, just kind of going with it. And, man, we ended up getting a championship out of it. And like I say, man, it was just more so everybody just bought into it. Nobody fought it like, oh, you ain't Carson and you ain't this. Everybody just believed in them and encouraged them.
Yeah.
So before we ask this next question, we have a video clip that I want to show you. And I'm sure you've seen this video a few times.
Like the New York Giants back in the day, taking an outside pass rusher in Brandon Graham and putting him inside against the guard, Shaq Mason, pays huge dividends with the first sack fumble of the game.
So take us through that play. Like, what happened there?
Well, it was on second down. We knew that it was like 2nd and 1, but we knew Brady liked to take shots on second down and try to go deep. And so he did exactly that. We was in a pass rush. We was in pass rush mode. I seen the center was going towards Fletch, and I knew I was going to get the one-on-one. And so I've been bull rushing this guy all game, setting him up. And this time I decided to go speed with a swipe, and so it was like a push-pull type of feel. And so as soon as I took off, I gave him a push-pull. I ended up winning. And, man, I just reached my arm out because I seen Brady standing right there and went straight for the ball. And, boy, he knocked that boy out. And it got picked up so fast by my teammates. I couldn't believe that it just happened until I got to the sideline and kind of reflected on it. Man, it was like a dream come true. It was like another step closer to winning that championship.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah,
man, it felt good. I ain't gonna lie, it felt real good.
So we all know that Eagles have some of the craziest fans in the game, but right now they're talking about playing this season without fans. How do you feel about that? Like, they're the ones that pump you guys up and everything.
I know, yeah, there's just a lot of pregame stuff that we're going to miss the fans, regardless, because you always see them before the games, and then that's who you kind of dressing up. You dressing up, in your suits, and, you walking past everybody get to see you. It ain't going to be like that. It's going to be, it's going to feel like we at practice, but we can hear each other talking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool regardless, because we know we got people watching. Everybody going to be having it's gonna be a lot more social media stuff.
Yeah.
A lot more people, really coming at you because they can't yell at you on the field.
Yeah. So you think there will be a season?
Oh yeah, I really do think so. It's too much money to be
Yeah.
made in the NFL, and they're gonna figure something out.
Yeah, good.
Hope so. So here's what we got next. We have the front row seat quickfire questions, which is where we'll ask you a couple questions and you just say whatever comes to your mind.
Okay.
So the first one we got is, who is your favorite player to play against?
My favorite player to play against, that's a good one. Favorite player to play against, I would have to say, Eli, because I knew he was gonna hold the ball. Certain guys hold the ball, and so I like playing against Eli.
You like getting your sacks in?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite all-time player?
To play against?
No, just overall.
Oh, Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I played middle linebacker, and then I switched. But that's the guy that I used to always watch.
Besides playing at home, what stadium is the most fun to play at?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas.
They got some crazy
nice.
fans.
It's nice. It's nice. They stadium nice. It's fun to beat them in there.
What piece of advice would you give to a high school player who wants to make it to the NFL?
Make sure that you, you know what? Let me see. Make sure that you start to choose your friends wisely. Have fun, but it's gonna be a time where people are going to get selfish because some people's not going to be going to college, and some people are going to try to pull you down during that time, especially when you start getting the hype. Just make sure that you're making plays on the field. That's number one. And then off the field, you're getting the grades and making sure that you start to pick and choose, the friends that's going the way you're going. And it's nothing personal, but it's just, that's just how it starts to be. People start separating themselves around high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The last one is, do you have any superstition or good luck routines that you do before a game?
I always use my playlist. Make me a playlist and find out what's the songs that I can add. And then I just kind of keep repeating it. If I like a certain song or something that get me hype, I keep repeating it during the day. And I just kind of do that. I have a couple songs that I kind of have on repeat.
What's your go-to song?
You know what? Right now, I like that little Uzi. I already kind of know where I want to listen to, how it make me feel. Even right now, certain stuff, if I'm thinking about football and making plays, certain stuff kind of, I like the beat, the beats. It don't really matter. Sometimes I might go rap. Sometimes I might go country because I like a couple country songs now. I'm just everywhere. It's just all about what I'm feeling.
Right.
And sometimes I go slow because, I might have a night game. It just depends on when we got what time the game start.
All right. So some fans have sent us some questions to ask you. And the first one is from Ashley A. in Birmingham. She asked, how long did it take for you to adjust to the difference in speed and strength from college to pro?
Well, you know what? I think the biggest jump is from high school to college with the strength and stuff, because really when you go to the league, you kind of put together already, what I'm saying? And so that's cool. It's just, I feel like it's faster. You got to adjust to the speed, always. And that's always when you're not familiar with stuff, it does take a minute to get adjusted because you don't know the schedule that you're going to be on every day until you start living it. And so really you just got to kind of live it because it's nothing that can really get you prepared for other than just make sure that you train during the off season, train with guys that's already in the league, if you can, cause that's, they know what it takes, and you're going to be able to soak up so much knowledge that you can kind of see certain stuff coming.
Yeah. The next question is from Eddie M from New York. And he said, who's the hardest QB in the NFL to prepare for?
Besides Tom Brady, let me see. You know what it is about Tom Brady? He just play these mind games that he don't even know. I mean, like, it's like this. When you playing Tom Brady, some coaches be rattled because they don't know what he's thinking. They don't know what they gonna do because they always switching it up. You know, they always trying to beat you on plays that you got beat on during the year. And so that's what they do. They change their whole offense just to run some plays that your defense wasn't good at stopping, and they perfect it for the first half, and if it don't work, they go back to what they do. So I just say Tom is good though. Like Tom is one, and then Russell Wilson is another one.
Mm-hmm. Surprised that Tom Brady went to Tampa?
You know what, I was, but he just made them so much better.
Yeah.
Even Gronk, going, if they can get a lot out of Gronk, boy, ooh-wee, that's gonna be bad.
So the next question is from Jeff L. in West Bloomfield, and he asked, what in the world is it gonna take for Michigan to get their first win against Ohio State since 2011?
Man, we need a quarterback. We need somebody to step up at that spot. And then because when we do have the defense to do it, we don't have a quarterback to do it. Like the one, who was it? Was it Shea? No, it wasn't Shea. Who was the one before Shea? He threw the 2 interceptions at their house, but we was winning. Dang, what is his name?
Was it John O'Corn?
Nope, not O'Corn, because O'Corn, he be moving he don't know how to stand still in the pocket. It was I know who it was, Shea Patterson, but this one went to UCLA. Spade. Yeah. Man, he threw them 2 interceptions that one game, and the one was a pick 6. Oh, I was sick, because we was up 14-0 on them, I think. Yeah. I think that was at the Big House. That might have been at the Big House, but it's gonna take a quarterback, and hopefully our defense can stay stout like it's been, and because we got the receivers, we just need a running back. We got the O-line coach, and the O-line starting to be better. So, if we got some replacements on this O-line, and we get McCaffrey, one of them guys, to step up.
Yeah,
Milton might be the guy.
Yeah, I like Milton.
I just want somebody that's steady, and he ain't got to keep on playing, these games with these quarterbacks,
Yeah.
Try to go to some games.
Yeah, well, right now we might not be able to, have guests, but they saying that towards the end of the year we might be able to start bringing a certain amount of people to the games, and people just kind of spaced out, but we'll see how it go.
Yeah.
So the last fan question is from Sam S. from Franklin. And he said, since you're a fellow Detroiter, we want your recommendation on where the best place in Philly is to get a Philly cheesesteak.
Well, you know what? You better go to Jim Steaks. It's really good.
I've never had a Philly cheesesteak, so I always want to try.
Let me tell you, man, when you go, just don't eat too many. I had made that mistake in the beginning in my first year, just eating every cheesesteak, trying to compare this one to that one. And next thing you know, I was 20 pounds heavier. For real.
So we got one final question here. How can we get you off the Eagles to come play for the Lions?
Well, you know what? You got to ask somebody else that, because it's over with. If anything, I would want to come one year. You never know,
Yeah.
And that 1 year would be around this time, because before I'm done, where I can't move around like I used to, or do not even move around, but just something always drop off that you just can't do certain stuff no more that you used to do. Hopefully that ain't the case with me. I can leave on my own terms, but I do know that would be nice to be able to come play with the Lions 1 year.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We're wishing that you do come. So.
Man, I mean, because even if they do win, though, and I ain't on there, I'm still coming to the parade. I want to be a part of it, because the city gonna love it.
Yeah.
So that concludes our second episode of Front Row Seat. If anyone would like to make a donation to the Detroit Children's Fund, the link is on our website or in our Instagram bio. We have already raised approximately $3,000. All donations are greatly appreciated. Brandon, we thank you so much for this unbelievable interview, and you don't know how much this truly means to us. We appreciate you taking your time out of your night to meet with us. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode. We have some big things coming. Anything else you want to add, BG?
Man, I appreciate y'all. Hey, front row seat, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, that's